Hello guys, welcome back to ArxangelRC. Today I'm going to show you something uncharacteristic for this channel, a radio-controlled car, the Subotech Tracker Buggy, firmly planted on the ground with no chance of ever taking flight. Putting that sad fact aside for a bit, it does come with a Wi-Fi FPV camera, and that is how it got my attention, plus the fact that the car itself looked pretty good and the price was not that high. Besides, if I didn't like it, I can always give it to the kids. I know they would have some good fun with it. Upon arrival, I can confirm that the car looks nice indeed, or even better in person than it does on the photos on the website, especially when you mount the camera on it. Those wheels are slick and the tire pattern just looks the part. However, the car itself really is not a hobby grade kind of product. The chassis, like on the cheap RC cars you can buy in any toy store, all encapsulated, runs from a single PCB, brushed motor at the back and a motor steering at the front, along with the manual trim thingy. I mean, these cars were new when I was 10 years old, so that's 22 years ago. Also, turns out you don't have proportional steering. It's either full left or full right with nothing in between. At least the throttle signal is gradual. In addition, it does have suspension, with the front one working a bit better than the rear, and this is something that back in my childhood these toys did not have. So there is some improvement here. The camera can be attached to the top of the car either with double-sided tape or with the support you mount on the inside and then screw into it through the roof, but I decided to go with the double-sided tape as it just seemed like the less invasive way to do it. Of course, it does come with a pistol-style radio controller which operates on 4 AA alkaline cells and a phone mount for it, since you do have that Wi-Fi camera which requires a smartphone. Surprisingly enough, you do get a neck strap with this set, which is weird because I've never gotten a neck strap with a plane model, for instance, and you definitely need one when you have to throw it in the air. Not sure I'll be using it with the car, but we'll definitely make use of it for said planes. So after charging up all the batteries, note that the camera also has a battery in it that needs charging, I downloaded the Subotech Toys app, powered on the camera and connected the phone to its Wi-Fi signal, started the app, and wouldn't you know it, it was alive. Sadly, no SD card slot, so videos get recorded to the phone. There is some delay, but I think if going slow you should be okay. First thing I did was to take it home and have some fun with the baby, and expectedly the baby also had some good fun while trying to catch it, gawking at it in bemusement. Even her big sister had some fun with it after I made an FPV trip to her room, and as you can see, she is no stranger to RC cars. It is starting to feel like adding an FPV camera to pretty much anything just makes it more fun. Next step was to test it outside, and even though our regular flying field is not the best location for that, I really get the feeling that in most outdoor spaces this car would feel out of place, except for the smoothest park alleys or inside of a mall, for instance. Even the asphalt road was too rough for the tracker, not to mention the off-road area with all the grass. It got stuck a fair number of times. Ground clearance, plasticky tires and a weak brushed motor just weren't enough to make this experience enjoyable. Not to mention that the camera was getting bounced around way too much on these surfaces to be of any use during movement, and getting a bit further out made the video a bit more laggy and caused it to freeze a few times, so not really usable. At some point I got the feeling this just has to be kept indoors, and going indoors where distances are not so big, things were definitely better. The smoother driving surface made the experience a bit more enjoyable with less vibrations for the camera, and the Wi-Fi signal was better with less delay. But like I said, going slow is the secret to making this work, both because of the video delay and the non-proportional steering. I did enjoy driving this around the apartment on a smooth and level surface, and even though it takes some getting used to, you do get a handle on the steering at some point, but having smooth throttle definitely helps. I have to be honest here, this will probably not appeal to most people already in this hobby, especially those who have some sort of a ground-based RC model. However, kids will probably love it and not mind the weird steering and laggy camera, because probably most have no basis for comparison, and the mere fact they have a toy like this would be awesome all on its own, regardless of how it operates. Granted, you can put an analog video system on any other hobby grade model, even the cheap ones, and will probably get better wall penetration, no delay, will enjoy proportional steering, but it's work that has to get done, and you will need to provide a monitor for that system and power it, and it just gets cumbersome and tedious. With this thing you pull your phone out and you're good to go, and it's definitely cheaper than any other scheme I can come up with, or if I had to buy it from a store around here, especially considering it has a camera. So I've had my share of ground-based FPV and I think I've had enough for now. We'll probably give this to my kids, and if they don't want it, we'll give it as a gift to some other child. Somebody will surely have fun with it though. Now, if you have found this video interesting, please like, share and subscribe if you haven't already. Consider following me on Facebook for more regular updates, and also consider supporting me on Patreon. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I will try to answer to the best of my knowledge. All relevant links are in the video description below, and using any of them to buy anything from those websites would help support this channel, would allow me to keep doing this, and you will have my eternal gratitude. I wish you happy FPVing regardless of the platform, and until next time.